Hello? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Gameplay and face, there we go. Hello. Welcome to Will Forge. Today we will forge. Ooh, let me boot up Master Chief Collection on the other screen real quick. Why is that popping up over there? Come on, over here. So we might need that at some point. Although, maybe not. Because, what I realized was, okay, look, here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to show this off real quick. And show that we do, in fact, have working stalactites. The only downside is that every single time I go to add the additional damage, let's see. There we go. Ooh, Master Chief Collection's popping up. Get that out of my screen. Okay. Alright, let's go shoot this one down. They all work. All of them work perfectly. The only problem is that they don't destroy vehicles. I had added that in, and then the game bugged out. So I wasn't able to re-add it back in. Let me see if I can go back to the stream, because there's... Oh, so yeah, close that. Okay, cool. Alright. So basically, we have that working, but the last 2 days of bugs, and I could not get the thing working. I missed my day 100 deadline for releasing the thing, which is really disappointing, but that's okay. It wasn't really a deadline. It was just a mild goal, a personal goal. Oh, we can just delete this. We don't need that. Number. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that back where it was, and see if that will shrink the entire head down, so it's a little cleaner. Okay. So basically, we're reduced to this. Okay, we've got this one, which does all the things it used to do. I had added into here, and it created the it did the effect that would kill the that would make it destroy vehicles. I made it a prefab because that used to work originally when I very first started making the thing, and I'm getting all the objects in the prefab. So that's that, and we're just going with that now, because it was working when I very first started. The only reason I stopped doing it was because I ran into a bug with it, and then that not using it solved the bug, and so switching back now is like, well, the bug was solved, but then I redid everything, and now don't need to worry about that bug anymore. So here we are, basically. We're back to not using it, or to using this method. So that's cool. But yeah, I lost like 20 versions again, so total of like 25 between the 2 times the bug broke the map. But now I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh shoot, we didn't name anything, like at all. Like I have no naming. Like there's supposed to be little zones with named callouts, you know? And if you don't have a named callout, it just pings. And I was like, okay, well, where is that? I knew where it was the other day. Match flow. No. Definitely not there. Volumes. Name, location, volume. Object preview not available over and over again. It's always disconcerting whenever you see a bug like that. Why is the volume not rotating? There's something wrong with these? Okay, it's rotating that way. Just refuses to rotate horizontally? What's going on here? What the heck? Oh, I'm being dumb. That's what's happening here. I'm being dumb. Okay, here we go. Let me, let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna share this out to Twitter really quick. I should be doing that like every time, but let's see. Share to Twitter. Okay, so that should work. And hey, we got somebody. It says we got someone in the game. Viewing. Let's see. Where's the game? Why is it down? Because I had opened up Discord to send out a message. Okay. All right. So we've got. Come on now. We've got one. We're going to go ahead and scale it. I really love how they made it so that you can scale this way, use the scaling tool to scale zones, because I was really worried they were gonna make us like manually go in and like adjust the scale size. Let's make sure it's only on the rooftop that's gonna tell you this, because I'm probably gonna call it something like red roof or blue roof rather. Should I call it eagle and what do you call it? Eagle and cobra? And the reason I'm asking is because if I do, I mean, it makes sense to call it Eagle and Cobra, but then I don't have an Eagle and Cobra emblem for these, so it's kind of hard to, it's kind of, imperfect, you know what I mean? Let's see. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Object name, let's see. Type box, team neutral, name. They've got a lot of different things here. Oh, can you not, do they not have the ability to combine two different names? I thought they'd be like, yeah, you can do red and then, you know what I mean, something. So I got north and east, northeast, south, and west. Okay, well the sun is currently either rising or setting. That might be considered either east or west. I think this is, we'll say it's currently morning. Let's see. Which means blue base would be west base. West. Okay. West alley, west balcony, west base, west basement, west bend, west bridge, west bunker, west catwalk, west cave, west closet, west courtyard, elbow, gate, landing, lookout, nest, outside platform might work, ramp, there are two different ramps, rampart, sneaky, spawn, stairs, street, tower, treehouse, trench, tunnel, underpass, window, yard, tunnel. Oh, that's wind tunnel. Okay, so we're gonna say rampart, west rampart. Makes sense to me. Now, here's the thing. Where did my naming thing go? Oh, it's inside of that thing. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. Okay, so here's the thing, though. We're really close to the edge of the simulation memory. Oh, putting this into a no folder. Let's go ahead and create a folder for this. We can put everything's locked already, so we can go ahead and minimize literally everything in the map to make it all clean. And it's going to be in gameplay for sure, I would think. I don't know, is that something you put in layout or gameplay? Because it is the names of the layout, but it's something that you call out with a button. So it seems like a sort of gameplay idea. We'll find. I'll see. I'll think about it. But I think it's I think I'm gonna put it into the gameplay section. So let's move it to gameplay, and then we'll move it to a subfolder, and then rename that subfolder. Because it seems to work reliably without breaking anything. Well, I say that, but now it won't select it from there. That's a little weird. Maybe it broke something. Hopefully just a temporary. There we go. We're gonna place an empty subfolder. We're gonna rename the subfolder. We're gonna call it Callout Zones. I don't know why I just expanded the red base. Why did it expand all of those? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, and we're gonna make this our working folder. So as we place stuff, we will have less trouble. Now here's the trouble that we. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, so yeah, I did run into a bug. Joystick's not working. This happens every now and then. The only way to fix this is to leave Forge. I think close the entire game and go back in, but I'm going to try just leaving Forge and coming back in so we don't have to... Well, it would save more time to just close everything down. It would cut losses to just close everything down. Well, no, we'll do it as a test. Let's do this. Latest version. And we'll find out. This has happened a few times. It involves that menu. Found ways of not getting the game to crash. I've avoided game crashes, but at the same time running into this. So the map is loading with that object. That's good because we're right at the cusp. As soon as that thing says 97%, we're at the map will not load. So we'll have to work up to that point and then maybe start changing the terrain. I don't know. We're running into a big bug that's making it to where I can't tell what percentage we're actually at. Whenever we're at 100%, it doesn't tell me. It tells me it stops working at 97. So, and it's a bug that they know about and they're fixing, and they talked about it. And I don't know if it's gonna be fixed for season 3, but we'll find out. Is this music really loud to you guys? It feels a little loud to me. Maybe my volume's just really high. That's a little better. Okay, so we have... Okay. So it is loading in. That's red base. We put it on blue base. So we've got our piece. I don't know, should we start prepping for... I can reduce the number of objects over here pretty substantially with a certain game object, specifically that one. So if I go in here... Oh good, everything's minimized already. That doesn't usually happen. That's really cool. I wonder if that's because I haven't closed the map. But I can move again, so that bug does actually fix if you don't close down the whole game. Let's see, cave roof. Unlock that. Ooh, why is this part of a prefab? What did I do? Why did I add that to that prefab? That's not the button I meant to go with. There we go. Okay, so if we duplicate this, not enough space. There's too many player spawns and weapons and stuff. Gotta duplicate this way. Ah, yes, right. The tip that someone gave is go in here. Oh, we're at the very bottom. That's what's going on. And we go weapons. Yeah, right here. Make those invisible. Make vehicles invisible. And make initial spawns and respawn points invisible. And yeah, that should basically... I can also make my crates invisible, and that will make it to where they won't interfere. I didn't set this as the working folder. Let's do that. I thought I did, but I must not have. There we go. I hear that this guy guy who created this one was a huge Halo fan and was just loving he was making music for Halo. Oh, must have missed something that had physics because I hit something. Still hitting something. I have no idea what I am. What's going on? Oh, I'm hitting the ceiling. I think I'm hitting these stalactites. No? Something else. Oh, well, let's just scale it down. It doesn't need to be this big right now. Okay, so the reason I have this piece in particular is because those pieces are sort of like square, and this piece is a bit curved. And all I gotta do is make it more curved this direction, and you see you get this inner curve here. And then what I can do is use it on these areas and continuously angle it in a good way, and that actually reduces the number of objects by pretty substantially. So I'm going to, I'll move it over here for now. I'll leave it there. We're going to open this one up. We're going to remove, honestly, we could just not keep this as a prefab, but I will. I'm going to put it back in a prefab to keep this simpler, cleaner. Remove all of these objects, including that one and that one. And then start rearranging. These two, for example, and this one can all be deleted. What are these, and why are they here? Okay, well that was a useless piece, so that's great that we found it. We don't need this one either. We don't need to be moving that, we need moving this. And then we're going to rearrange, we're going to put this in, and this is going to fill the role of all of those. All at once. Turn off this whole snapping thing. We're going to increase the size again and just put it into the ceiling. This will also look a lot more natural, because before it almost had like a grid-like effect. I want it to kind of transition into both sides pretty well. Okay, and also the ceiling. There we go. That looks pretty good. See, there you have it. Now let's go more into the ceiling though. There we go. In fact, we could theoretically just make it really tall. There we go. That looks great. And then we can keep going. And what is this? I don't even know where all these pieces were, why they were here. Probably a byproduct of duplicating the map, duplicating it over from the other side and stuff like that. But we don't need any of them. That was literally two of the same object. Okay, so this is great. We're cleaning up a lot of stuff now. Okay, this is going to create a sort of effect like this, where we have this like bump. So we actually don't want that. We want to reduce that by this method, like that. Which hopefully does not create a ledge you can stand on. I don't want that. That will change the map design, the map flow. You can actually put that one inside of that one and make it transition very nicely out of it. And then we can delete some more. Now, as we get closer to here, we do need to leave the old method. I have no idea what happened here. What the heck is this? Why is there a giant ledge there and a hole here? It looks like it got rotated. I have no idea when that happened. Not enough space, which means I need to come out here. It's also going to radically change the way it looks on the outside of the map, which is kind of cool because that will reduce the amount of issues that might arise from, like, you know, the bot Nav-mesh, as well as the, what do you call it? Oh, down here? Oh boy, we are gonna add something here. This one might not be allowed to be this big. What I might have to do is actually extend these pieces up taller, so that this one doesn't have to be quite so large, because it needs to not be so large. It really needs to be a little bit smaller than the others. But yeah, let's get that angle in there. This poking through will kind of give it the give it an effect where it let's see, if I don't want this ledge to be pathable, like walkable. Oh, finally finished my sandbox canvas. Oh, nice. That's fantastic. What is it like? I mean, like, you want to send me some like screenshots? You mean? I mean, I could theoretically show them on stream for anybody who's interested to see. You know what? I'm beginning to think that this one isn't necessary and this one should just be taller. Because if I'm getting to the point where I'm shrinking it down to where it's not even there practically, then it doesn't need to be there. And now I have room to make the tunnel go out this way, and then I can make these taller. And put them into the ceiling. Like that. Is this one? Is this a different piece? It sure is. I don't think we need this, to be perfectly honest. Wait, what is this going on? What's this? Another mysterious, useless piece. Eventually we're going to get this down to like less than 96%, and that's going to be great because we're actually at like 100. Let's make it a little wider and a little taller. Let's see, bet. Is it cool I DM it to you on Discord? You can, yes. If you're on my, actually if you just join my Discord, I have an announcement, a channel for showing whips, and then also works in progress, and then also another channel for showing off your finished maps. So, since you finished it, and it's technically a map, I mean it's designed to be a canvas, but it's technically a map, so you can definitely show it off there. If you want, I could make a separate one for canvases right now, if you want, you know, real quick. And then you can put it in a place that maybe fits the map better. Since it's designed specifically for canvases, so people who are looking for canvas will find what you made. Let me do that. It'll take like 2 seconds. Let's go to Discord. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna hit, let's see. Oh, not that one. Community plus channel. We're gonna name it, canvases. And create channel. There you go. If you want to join my Discord, you can drop it in there, and then everyone will have a copy of it in there. I haven't set up the channel. I guess I need to do permissions so that you're allowed to post things, create. Okay, the way that I'm doing it is you can view the channel. You cannot send messages, but you can send messages in threads, and you can create public threads. So you'll go in there and you'll create a thread that is your map, and then people can talk about your map in that thread. That way it doesn't bombard itself, and then you can just sift through all the maps by scrolling through it very easily. It'll be like a giant map list. You can also I don't know if I want to embed links in the main channel. I wish they had an embed links in threads as an option. But yeah, let's see. Where is external? Can you post links? Where's post links? Oh, embedded links. Allows links that members share to show embedded content in this channel. That's cool. Yeah, I guess we should do that because you can't post into the channel anyway, so that means you're okay. Yeah, actually that makes sense. If you want to attach a file, you can also do that, and it shouldn't allow you to attach a file in the main folder, I think. Your invite link is expired. Oh boy. I hate that. I keep on telling it to make it not expire. I don't understand how to keep it. Like, I really don't. Like, it's like, invite people, right? And then it says your invite link will expire in 7 days, right? So I edit it. And I say, never. And I say, generate a new link, right? And then the next time I boot up Discord, it says it'll expire in 7 days. What happens to the one that I created? Why can't I just keep that one forever? I tell it never to time out. Like I say, max number of uses no limit, expires never, and yeah, what's up with that? I don't know. Discord is still an enigma to me. Okay, let me see. Let me post it to here. There's a Discord link, and I'll put it in the video description as well. Let me see. Okay. My older Discord links are probably all expired as well, which is kind of disappointing. But it happens. You did direct message me though, it looks like. Friend request accepted. Okay, there we go. So now you should be able to create in the canvases section a, you know, I'm actually gonna move that up to underneath maps, and then have whip projects underneath that. But yeah, and that will be cool. Okay, that became like a little stream became a little Discord stream for a second there. Okay, so now we just reduced like 10 objects almost, and it looks just as good. So we're going to end up copying this over to the other side of the map, but there's more to do over here as well. And that's where, like this one, for example, and that one. What song is this? Is this still that? I might just remove this. Fired up, elevate audio. Like, I like this song pretty good, but I don't feel like it feels right. Okay, hold on. I can't just remove it from the playlist now because... what is this one? Most powerful soldiers ever? No, let's remove this. Let's just go to a Halo theme. Here we go. Randomize. And next. Really? It randomized? What the heck happened? No, it lost my thing. Go back. Go back into my stream. Oh, loop. Randomized next. That's what happened. I didn't turn on the loop. No, it still didn't work. No idea what's going on. Let's go up to the very top. Click it. And then just manually turn this one on. That was kind of annoying. Okay. We are going to be back to streaming now. I can't post it on the Canvas channel. Wait, what? Oh, man. Okay, what is it? Is it giving... What is the error that it's giving you? Is it giving you an error? You can't post it because you have to create a thread. That's what it is. Once you create a thread, you can post it inside that thread. Here, look, I'll pull up Discord and show you how to create a thread if you're on PC. You go to this plus, and then whenever you click this plus... Actually, can you even see this? Yeah, you can, cool. Okay, if you click this little plus down here, and you go to create thread right here... Oh boy, did my audio just fuck up? Okay. Okay, it's acting like it's not. I have no idea. I really hope my audio didn't just mess up. Hold on. Little stream okay, I have no idea. Anyway, let me know if my audio is messed up. Can't create a thread at all. Really? That's weird. Never mind then. Let me edit those permissions. Maybe I did something wrong. Send messages into create public threads. That's weird. It's set to give you permission for that. Everyone has it. And someone else did and managed to in the maps section before. Ocom did. He made a really cool map. That's a tutorial. Let's see. Never mind. Okay, it might have just been weird delay because, you know, we're dealing with a server. So that folder popped up and that worried me because usually my audio messes up whenever that happens. I couldn't find the plus button at first somehow. Okay, gotcha, yeah. So that's the thing, is the you just have to hit that plus button, create a thread, and it should work for everybody. But obviously, sometimes it doesn't work, so let's see, here we go. I am very unskilled with Discord, so whenever you said you couldn't do it, I was just like, oh no, what did I do wrong? Because I could not, I was not sure at all about whether or not that was going to work. Whenever I did it first. I am very new to Discord. Even though I've been using it for years. For some reason, I feel like such a boomer. I just bounce right off of Discord specifically. And I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Let's get a nice upward curve here, because this one needs to be really nicely curved to transition to the ceiling really well. And also needs to extend a little bit out in those directions. Let's just scale it up entirely, because I need it to sort of disappear into the wall. Okay, here we go. Now we have a nice shape. I actually much prefer this. It's like got a much more rounded shape. It's not so grid-like before, like it was before. This sort of seam here is not well done, but honestly, I'm beginning to think that I don't even need two of these, because they're honestly like flat. I didn't really do anything special with them. They're just one on top of the other, almost the exact same angle. So they're already flat. Let's just scale this one up and put it in there. Do only one of them. That looks just as good, if not better, than it did before. This transition could be better, but that's just adjusting those blocks. So look at that. That looks way cleaner, I think. I think that the transitions up top and over here are no longer as good as they used to be. And actually, I can probably just move all of this back a bit. Without, or not back. I need to rotate them slightly. What is this? Is there an object there? Oh, it's just that one. Okay. Well, that one can go a little bit wider and move over to sort of smooth out that little gap there. And also tilt more. Nope, not that much. Too much. Okay. Maybe this needs to rotate or something. Oh, I see. It's got like a little bump there that is causing this problem. In which case I can rotate it back. Okay, cool. In which case I can also move it back now that I know I just need to move it down. Okay, that solves the problem. And now the cave feels like it's got more roominess, you know what I mean? But it also feels like way more natural there. Up there it doesn't. Like it's, like I said, this transition doesn't look natural yet. But that looks way more natural. This one can also be extended vertically and just used like a single piece. I don't know if it should have that little divot though, as much as it kind of looks cool. It's not supposed to be there. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, this looks just as good or better than it used to look because it's got more dynamic shapes to it and more natural, you know, connection, like natural shapes. And I'm surprised I did it the other way in the first place. Like, frankly, very surprised I had decided to do it that way in the first place. And now I have significantly fewer objects. And also, you know, significantly fewer game objects used up for this wall. And it's also just, you know, in general, looks better. And somehow I wasn't doing that before. So there are other areas I can probably do this in. Like over here looks pretty bad, and I can put one of these over there. And I posted it. Cool, yeah, okay. Let's see. Discord. I want to come see what you've made. I want to see this canvas. Canvas. Boom. Map name, Fonterra, Gamertag. I never read your name. like looked at it for real. I always I took it in, you know what I mean? And and I've seen it. Like I recognize it, but I haven't actually. Chairman Ninja. Cool. I think that's what it's supposed to be spelled as, with the numbers and stuff in there. Animated Boar 4 is a collaborator. Description. That is not in English, and I don't know that language. No, wait, here it is. Secrets of this ring outnumber the sands of its dunes. Inspired by Sandbox. Copy protection is disabled. In honor of Duquesne 23, let's forge a new Halo. Absolutely. And, oh, did Duquesne show this one off? On a stream, or... No, wait. No. Maybe? No, it's not this one that I saw. The other one, very different. What is this? Oh, it was this video! Yeah, okay, cool. I did see this one. I watched this one on, here it is. This is the one I thought it was. Very nice, very nice.
Remember, let's forge a new Halo.
It's got a, very comedic theme to it. So, let's see. Very cool. That canvas is for Duquesne 23's Canvas Contest. You right? Yeah. I was thinking that. It keeps double sending your messages. I think it looks like a bug. Excuse me. So let's go over here. Oh, what am I doing? I thought I duplicated it. Did I duplicate it and this reselected the same one? Jesus Christ, that's huge. Wow, that's interesting. Anyway, let's make a second one. Okay. So this cave is going to be a lot more solid stone on the outside after we make all these little tweaks here and there. This is one of the main ways that I'm going to be able to generate new game objects for, like, make more game objects available. Another way is there are some special effects I could delete, like these. It's like just water droplet sound effects that are around specific areas. I already have the rain effect, the rain, you know, the rain, the layer of rain effect in the what do you call it? In the map effects. I didn't know Decane showed my trailer in his stream. Yep. I think it was in his stream that I saw it. Either that or I just watched the video. He might have just tweeted it, but I think he did show it. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Rotate that direction. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I don't know, man. I may not need any of these stones at the bottom. Like, look at that. It's curving with the wall perfectly. It even has that area that was protruding, that was kind of a problem area for me earlier. Is fitting it flawlessly. It's fitting the shape of the map flawlessly. This map, this area is going to be completely replaced by this. Okay, I can leave that one. Is there another piece? Yeah, there is. There's one right here. I can literally just do this. I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. This is such an obvious, like, win. It even, like, transitions into that. Like, look at it. Look at it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's extend it out this way a little bit. So that it kind of, the curvature is more correct. Because we can do that. We can make it a little bit more correct. But the fact that it fits so well is like such good luck. Like I said, it does actually have a bit of a flatter kind of shape to it, as you can see, because the way I had it before had this curve in it. But you know what? I don't mind. It looks good. I mean, like the fact that it's that it looks more natural. It's got all these protrusions all over the place, makes it still look better, even if it doesn't quite. You know, I could always put two of them and make one of them curve one way, like angle them right to where it's like that. But yeah. Let's see. Like I could just build, like let these transition into these and then have, you know, go with those shapes and sort of like accentuate them basically. By making this extra thick and then sort of angling it so that that thing is gone, and then that will create an effect like that. But I don't know. I feel like I should just like I really feel like these flat ones were a mistake to begin with, and what I really should be doing, what is this? Unnecessary. That's unnecessary. I really think that I should be essentially gutting these mountains and redoing them in this much cleaner way, this much like more efficient way, and in doing that, it's gonna make them look nicer. And see, Waterworks looking fire so far. Thanks. Also, did you release your version of Waterworks in fileshare? No, I have not. I didn't want the there's that texture bug where if you try and do updates later, it to a map that you've already put in fileshare, it causes all the textures to get broken, and I did not want to run into that, so I didn't want to have that happen to Waterworks, so I haven't done it yet. You know what? Let's flip this over. Ooh, can't flip it that way because there's too many dynamic objects in the way. Let's rotate it this way. If we flip this over, we'll get a better curve that fits what we're doing here. because it won't have that same exact object that we're trying to avoid protruding too much. Here we go. And it kind of like, it does actually make a little edge back here, and maybe repulsors and grapple shots are gonna take advantage of that. And it wasn't in 1-to-1 water, it wasn't in the original Waterworks. But honestly, this cave like this and then a player blocker there would be better than, you know, would be better than taking up so much of the resources as we were before. That one has to stay. It helps hide part of the hill. It needs to be exactly where it is. In fact, it kind of needs to come out a little bit, it looks like. Oh, there's a crate up there. Ooh, there are crates up here that I need to turn on and make sure that I'm not running into them. Let's see. One of them appears to be really close, and I need to probably adjust that to make sure I don't break it. That one's far enough away. Okay, so this needs to back up. Not that one. This one needs to back up. No, it doesn't. I haven't even replaced that. Oh, that's how it used to be. That was the old wall. Okay. That's good then. Never mind. I don't need to adjust anything there. What's this? Is this the big one? Yeah, this is the big one. I thought so. Okay, I deleted something it was transitioning into really smoothly, so we have to make it a little bit nicer again. But it is essentially not much of a difference. That dark spot almost acts like a artificial shadow there. And that's what I was just looking at. Okay, so a hole in the sky. We don't need that piece to be like that anymore. I can probably make that wider or extend that one until it hits the wall. So that's what we need to do. We need to unlock. Let's see. First of all, we're going to lock the crates again. We'll leave those visible just for now. And we'll go down here to base, stone, column. What side are we on? Red or blue? We're on blue. We're going to need to do this to both, but we're on blue side. Unlock it, extend it, or else we're going to have problems. Okay, so if I just scale it... Okay, this is that piece already. So if I make it... If I do this... Extend it out that way, then it'll get wider at that point, and we can rotate it and move into position like that, and then we've got a nice area there, sort of transitions. It doesn't quite look as nice as it could, but life finds a way. Here we go. Now it looks better, because it looks like it's kind of filling that void like rocks fell away from it, you know? And that happens in real nature, so understandable, is what you said. But it's been a while, and I should have read that when you said it. Gamer, yes. Oh, I know this is old news, but you beat Hogwarts Legacy already, and all that stuff. But yeah, and you're already able to return it, I saw. Thought that was kind of funny. It's I used to remember, I mean, like back in the day, people were doing that all the time, so I'm not surprised, because that's a good way to be able to play every single game. Hello, Clint. How's it going? You got some white noise or something on your stream. Ooh, like audio? There's a fan in the room, but it's off. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. You're gonna hear a duplicate of the stream for a second, so I'm gonna try and be quiet. I can probably make that wider or extend that one until it hits the wall. So that's what we need to do. We need to unlock. Let's see. First of all, we're gonna lock the crates again. We'll leave those visible just for... I'm not hearing it on my end. What side are we on? Red or blue? We're on blue. We're gonna need to do this to both, but we're on blue side. Unlock it, extend it, or else you're gonna have... Not sure. I wasn't hearing anything just now. Maybe it's maybe I'm missing it, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Let me know if you still hear it. It might have gone away or something. Or maybe I need to go back and try that again in a second once you actually said that, because maybe it started after the part I was just listening to. So I wouldn't be surprised about that. Okay, so here we go. That's a little bit better transition. Feels a little more natural. And in case y'all are wondering, that just showed up, we are currently trying to place some of these, you know, zones that allow you to name the area. But because I'm as a test, mute your mic. Okay, yeah, I can do that. And I will explain this in a second then. Let's see. Alright, so I muted my mic and it's back, and I'm back now, and what do you think? I'm surprised I'm not hearing it whenever I hit play on my video here. Just a second. Got some white noise or something on your stream. Ooh, like audio? Perfect timing. There's a fan in the room, but it's off. I hear it. I hear it now. Let me hear it. You're gonna hear a duplicate of the stream for a second, so I'm gonna try and be quiet. It's really faint for me because I think my volume is really low. I heard it. I hear it. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Oh, I never held down the back button to make all the dynamic objects go back to normal. Okay, so what we were doing was, oh, why is my, gosh, hate that whenever the movement speed locks in really slow. Okay, back to this side, right? No, red side? Which side were we on? We were on red side, right? Or were we on blue side? Yeah, we were on blue side. So we were placing these because I realized before I copy it over and make hydrostatic, I want those to be placed, so I don't have to place them twice. Let's see, the white noise stopped as soon as you muted. All that needs to be done is a noise gate on your mic. Okay, I think I had that, but I think I may have turned it off whenever I was trying to fix stuff. I don't know if you recall, I probably already told you that. Let's see. Filters? Wait, how do you do that? Webcam, filters, yeah, it was filters, but the button didn't work. Noise gate, I have a noise gate. I might have it set... Do I have it set too high? Or something? I have a noise gate, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Yeah. So the idea, what we're doing now is, let's see, the white noise gives ASMR vibes. Oh, okay, cool. If it sounds good, then that's great. Well, you said it gives ASMR vibes, you didn't say it sounds good. Technically. Let's see, that looks a little bit better. Like how that works with these lights. Ooh, that creates a huge little divot there, though. I didn't realize that was a thing. I'm gonna rotate it just ever so slightly and bring it forward so that it goes up to that light, and we will need maybe one piece here as a transition. Let's see. So let me actually, if I'm gonna do a transition, I might as well leave it like this and do a transition. I will probably end up grabbing a piece that I'm gonna be deleting, and then instead of deleting it, I will use it as a transition. This, like this area, that looks really clunky in a way, like really grid-like. And I think one piece, one of these, angled to curve this direction, like at a pitch, would be better. So I'm going to take this out, bring it down here, and use it as a transition. Obviously, I rotate it. Let's see, my phone, however, is very noticeable. Just put you on the TV, and it's not really noticeable. My phone, however, is very noticeable. I see. I think I know what's happening. It's about, like, I've got a very deep voice, so, well, I'm not very, but a mildly deep voice. I can sing both bass and tenor, and used to in choir. But the probably what's happening is that the system is trying to pick up my voice, or I tuned it to pick up my voice, but phones don't have good bass. They've decent base. They've got impressive base for what they are. What's happening here? Is this? Yeah, that's one I can delete. But they can't really handle it as well. So probably it's trying to amp up the volume to hear the bass, and or to play the bass, and then something weird is going on. It's because iPhones use Atmos built-in, and you can't disable it. Oh, really? Oh man. Wish you could. Yeah, where am I in the rock? Jeez. Okay, here we go. I just prefer Android. I've never liked iPhone. I had an iPhone 4 for almost a year because my Android broke and I didn't have the ability to replace it at the time. And my father-in-law was like, "Yeah, here, you can just have my old iPhone 4." At the time, I'm pretty sure they were at iPhone 9 or something. And I was like, "Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it's a phone. It's a working phone, so it's better than what I got." Yeah, that was, ooh, this is way too extreme. Okay, so we were gonna twist this object, let's see. Twist it so the angle is correct and it doesn't end up, protruding where we don't want it to. All the way over there. Definitely needs to be scaled down. We can still use this piece, obviously, but it needs to be scaled down substantially. Back to a more reasonable level, and we can use that section that pokes out over here to transition into here very nicely and make it look more natural. Let's go down here. Man, that looks so much more rounded than it did before. It had all those like grid line like connection points, or like transition points. Oh man, that looks great. Let's see, how about down here? Is this good? Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit over because it's supposed to have this sort of cavity area here. In the original it did. And that will be a little bit of a better angle there, I think. There we go, yeah. That works perfect. Just rotated and it found the exact spot. It like settled in a good spot. Okay, so we're at 96%. iPhone is way better? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying iPhone is way better? I don't know, man. iPhone is, I don't know. The input, like everything is wrong. Like none of the settings are right. That is entirely preference and getting used to it. But no, I couldn't. One thing that happened was I was sent an address, right, for my work. I was supposed to be somewhere that was in another city because I did appliance repair and I had to go. Well, I did AC repair at the time, and I had to go over to another city, right? And I went all the way to this. I put in the address. I went all the way to this other city using iPhone's maps because at the time, this was actually because I had a work iPhone at that time. It wasn't the crappy iPhone 4. It was like I don't even remember what number it was. Anyway, the point is that I went all the way there, and I got there, and guess what happened? It was the wrong city. It sent me to the wrong city. The street address did not include the city. My boss had sent me the street address that did not include the city. And I had no idea that there was a difference. And it sent me to a city that was totally different. Wrong area. Everything. It didn't even ask me. It just put it in. Yeah, see? I used Apple Map because... and he told me... He wanted me to. I said... I'm not really familiar with this. Whenever I very first started using it, I said, I'm not really familiar with Google Maps. Or with that Maps. I think I'm just going to use Google Maps. And he said, no. He said no. Use Apple Maps. And I was like, why? And the only thing I can think of is that he could track where it was through it, because it was his phone on his account, and he could probably like look at where we were. And that's the only thing I could think of why he wanted me to. But after that, after it sent me to the wrong city, and the worst part is the reason he didn't have a name, the city name in the listing, was because it was his son's address. I was going to repair his son's AC system. And so he was like, naturally, I know where this is. It's my son's house, so I don't need to I wouldn't need a city address, is apparently what went through his subconscious, I guess. And so he just didn't send me one, and I didn't think it would be a problem. I was like, cool, it's his son's address. It should be in, nearby. And then it said another city, and I was like, that's interesting. And then I was like, is it not in Baton Rouge? He said, no, it's not in Baton Rouge. I said, okay, cool. And I didn't ask him which city it was in. I just said, is it not in Baton Rouge? He said, no, it's not in Baton Rouge. And the system had sent me to the wrong place. And then by the time I got there, and I was like, where is it? I'm at the street. And it's I don't see the street number for some reason. And it was like, basically what I'm telling you is, the map system found the wrong city and didn't find a street address number. Like the house number didn't even exist on that street. So there was no reason to send me to this city. It didn't make any sense. And so I had to go back, and there was that street number in the other city. And they were both about equal distance, just practically opposite directions. And so I was like, why did it pick this city if this street address doesn't exist on this street in this city? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, only real epic gamers use Snapchat maps. Really? I didn't even know Snapchats had a map. If that's true, if it's real. I don't even know enough about Snapchat to question what you just said, because I don't use it either. But yeah, I quit Facebook before around the time Snapchat was becoming a thing. So I was quitting social media entirely, and so I never got onto Snapchat. But yeah, I thought about it though, because apparently some of the Snapchat is garbage. Okay. I thought about it because recently, because the you know what, I just duplicated the one that I put crooked. That's why I'm having so much trouble with it, I think. Okay, is that better? Yeah, the curvature is more correct now. Makes it easier to handle. So basically, yeah, I end up I might get on Snapchat just because like Max Hoberman is on Snapchat, and some other people that are big are on Snapchat, and I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe I should be on Snapchat. Maybe I could advertise the stream on Snapchat, put maps on there or something. I don't know what Snapchat does. Good if you're about 15. Oh, gotcha. What is it good for advertising though? Because, if it's good for like conversation and basically advertising, then I could theoretically use it practically the same way I use Twitter, which is chatting with people about Halo and then talking about what I'm making in Halo. So, talking about my stream in Halo. Used to use it for D&D for basically the same thing. Let's see, you better send spicy pics on Snapchat. Yeah, spicy pics. I should put chili peppers in the map and send you a picture of it. I should just make a bunch of chili peppers. Like ghost peppers. Yeah. Do they have hot sauce? If they have a little bottle you can make look like a hot sauce bottle, that would be funny to use as a prop in your screenshots. Always being like, yep, always coming at you with the spicy maps. That is not that funny. That's actually just really dumb. Really dumb and lame. Let's see. Let's get down to business. Okay, so I've got this curvature here. Just gonna move on from that. Just not gonna talk about that. Let's see. Exclusive Will Forge ponytail picture on Snapchat. Yeah, and then I could I could put my hair down in one of them. Whoa, that would be insane. Anyway, this is a brilliant idea. I'm sure I'd be very popular. Let's see. I think Rejected Shotgun, has been asked to make an OnlyFans because of that deep voice. Now that's spicy, exactly. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we got here. think the internet is really obsessed. But yeah, don't use Snapchat, lol. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, like I said, if... Whoa, might be poking through right here. What's going on here? No, actually, the thickness of this panel is just right, and the doorway is going to be down here whenever I extend it. No, yeah, that's going to be in the way. I don't mind shifting it right now since I'm working on it right this second. Man, this looks so weird. It's looking so weird and chunky now on the outside. I'm not used to it. Doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. I mean, it does, but it doesn't look right. Because I'm used to it not looking like that. Purely because I'm used to it. Let's see. But yeah, I don't use Snapchat. I keep trying... He keeps saying only mods QQ. Also, glad you fixed the popping. You keep trying what? Oh, wait. You keep trying to get him to create rejected shotgun to make a OnlyFans? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that something is going wrong in like my Discord or something? Also, glad you fixed the popping. Oh yeah, I'm so glad that it was literally, I think I already told you, but it's a firmware update for my what do you call it? Not a firmware update. Wow, there were a lot of pieces here that weren't necessary. Driver update. OnlyFans, lol, chat is lagging. Yeah, no, it's the whole thing is laggy. I don't know if I'm able to reduce the lag. I'm pretty sure it's just YouTube, unfortunately. YouTube stream is a little bit more delayed than Twitch, I think, is capable of being. But yeah. But also glad you fixed... Yeah. It's... But yes, no, I gotcha. It was just a lag. But yes, it would be a whole thing if Rejected Shotgun ever actually did that. I think that would be hilarious. It would also be really funny if he did it, but it was just all chair memes, like all jokes. It wasn't even actually an OnlyFans. I mean, it wasn't a, pornographic one. Because I just think that would be hilarious. I'm gonna put more than one here because it kind of needs to slope upwards into the ceiling. So you can turn on low latency YouTube streams, but only for qualities under 1440p. Is that better? Well, no, that's just a difference between chat and everything. I think people really like the higher fidelity especially for gaming. So I doubt you would consider that better for sure. I know I still play, Wii games from time to time. I haven't in a while, but I'd still bust out my Wii every now and then. So for me, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, 1080p, yeah, that's really good. That's HD. That's great. That's high quality. So like, yeah, I've always just kind of not cared so much. So I'd have to ask you if that would be way too terrible. 1080p and a higher bit rate with low latency would be better than 1440p with a lower bit rate. Yeah, I figured that was the case, especially with viewers, like, because that's the one thing that where I have a disconnect with viewers, because I wouldn't really care. I do like the HD, especially whenever people are streaming, and it's like, I can't see what you're doing, literally. Like on my phone, I literally can't see what's happening. But other than that, it's like, I'm not, too worked up about the graphical fidelity. I mean, you can tell I haven't gotten a 4K monitor yet, and I'm waiting until, like, a big sale comes for graphics cards to actually upgrade, probably around Black Friday this year. How close are you to publishing? I'm very close. I would say, okay, what we're doing right now is I'm getting more percentage, because it says 69%, but it's not. Sorry, 96%, but it's not. It's actually like 100% because I had that script brain bug, and my nodes are all messed up. So it's gonna probably stay at. It's not tracking right, and then it just tells me, and then it just makes it where I can't load the map. So I'm reducing item count right now because I know that if I do, then I can place some things that are important, like these, which I had forgotten about. is the callout names. So I'm trying to place these named location volumes around the map, but before I even start, I am deleting a bunch of rocks and using a much more efficient method of curved rocks so that I don't have to put like 6 flat rocks to make 1 curved rock, which is what I was doing before, which is kind of dumb. Okay, I'm going to grab the one that I flipped over. Which one was it that I flipped over? I think it was... I don't remember. Okay, well, I'll just put it to you this way. I know that one's not flipped over, so I can copy this one and then flip it over. So yeah. 69, yeah. What was the issue with the sound you had a while back? I didn't see how you fixed it. With the audio things not working? Okay, it was, I had to reinstall the game. The issue was actually that my install was broken. I ran, like, we loaded into the map, remember? We loaded into the map, and, basically, okay, where the go live button is, okay. Anyway, okay, so I loaded into that map. I mean, what am I saying? Some streamers, there's some viewers loaded into the map with me to help me out with that. And if you recall, I don't remember, I think you were there. And we tried we tried to see if it was me on my end or y'all's end, and it was entirely on my end. And I was like, okay, so something weird is going on. And I tried a bunch of different things, like different settings and stuff, and never could get it to work. And eventually I just had to uninstall Infinite and reinstall it, and then suddenly it immediately started working again. So I don't know what it was exactly, but yeah, it was probably that somehow my install got corrupted. And yeah, that's my theory anyway. I'm just gonna 180 it that way. Duquesne says, let's see. Now I asked Duquesne how to turn low latency on. 69. Okay, Duquesne says low latency is where the go live button is. Is that on OBS, or is that on the you know, the program, or on YouTube? Oh, go live is in up here. Yeah, no, I think that's YouTube. Up here you sit go live. So whenever you click the go live button and then it has an option there, is whenever you have the option. I'm already live, so I don't want to like do something and then I'm messing up my current live stream by hitting the go live, using the actual go live thing. So okay, YouTube side, cool, yeah. Well, Jesus, I would have never expected that was the cause. Yeah, exactly. Like it was so weird and dumb. Oh, I flipped it over and then I deselected it. Where did it go? Here we go. This giant beast of a rock. Oh, it's right there. I could have just grabbed it there. I didn't realize. Okay, so, but yeah, so it was literally just a bad install. I think that probably it was probably some stupid thing involving the actual, like one of the versions, or one of the later, the recent updates, probably just like, remember whenever my internet, okay, here's my theory. My theory is it goes back to whenever my internet was having all those troubles. Whenever I was like, okay, well, whenever I kept on having to call them out and like reset things and had all that packet loss, I bet there was packet loss during the install and something got corrupted and somehow it didn't catch it. It didn't even fix whenever I tried to do the thing where you test the files to see if they're working. BRB food, I'll be back in 50 minutes, by the way. Yeah, I did see that. But yeah, I just saw it. But basically, yeah, it was like, I think, I suspect it had something to do with that basically, that it was my packet loss from whenever it was really shitty, and it just never was better, you know. I mean, it just never fixed itself, you know, with any newer update to the game. So I never got it. It broke itself during an update, and then any updates after that just broke it more. You know what I mean? That's my theory. But I have no idea, because it's just like, whenever I tweeted about it. I'm back. Cool. I tweeted about it, and he said, and what's his name, Forge Lord, said that he was like, that's weird. So like, I don't think it's a bug that like internally everyone has heard about. You know what I mean? I think it's something that's like really weird that only happened to me, as far as I'm aware so far. It seemed like a really weird, like, my side kind of issue. You know what I mean? That's my thoughts. Let's see. What pieces can I get rid of? Definitely that one. Definitely. Wait, was that one of my... That was my newer round piece. Is this a round piece? Yeah, that's a curved piece. That's a rounded piece. I'm starting to think that I don't need this piece. That I can maybe make do with just that one. Because this one became so big and sloped up and created all this curvature itself that this transition looks really nice, but also I don't know that's necessary. Or maybe I could just make it nicer by taking advantage of the fact that I do have it. By just bringing this out and maybe making it a little bit cleaner looking. Cool. Even cleaner than it already looked. So one benefit to the fact that I'm restructuring this area is I could go out of my way to restructure this area right now so that later I can build my little cave here. Because I wanted to put a little like tunnel coming down and around as a little ramp here, because I'm getting rid of this ramp on my glow up version and putting the little bridge with the little platform, you know? So if I do in my glow up version, if I do that, then that's gonna be then I'm going to need to delete this, and it's a really big piece. I could theoretically just rebuild it right now to not need that really big piece while I'm doing this. Is this a piece? A separate piece? Yes, it is. And it doesn't need to be, because actually, you know what? That's what this piece needs to do. It needs a 180. It needs a flip around 180, so it gets its little curve in there, because it's got... This piece has a really nice, let's see, where is it? I can scale it up. Oh, that's, yeah. For a second I thought you were, you said I'm back earlier. I thought you were, this time, a separate message, and it was Aaron saying he was back. Almost read it again. Okay, so we're going to scale it up. We're going to grab, see, it's got this curvature with this, like, protruding piece on this side that I wasn't really making use of. And now I can do that. I can curve it into that wall. And then this piece and this piece, there's two pieces here. Man, I am tempted to use this piece and then turn it on its side. Where did this go? There it is. I love that, by the way. I don't know if you guys are using that feature a lot, but pressing down the right joystick, focusing the camera on the object. I never use it to really hover around the object all that often, but I use it to find the object all the time now. Like, I started using it to do that, and I haven't stopped. It's just been all the time. This is an interesting, like, alcove-like area. It's very round. Once you get it huge, you gotta make it really big, but it's pretty cool. I could definitely, like, position that down here. What did you and Max Hoberman talk about? It was just a brief, like, Twitter conversation. It wasn't, like, super detailed. Look at that. Look at that. I can make a little, just to show you, I'm making a clip into it, but look, I can make the cave right there with one piece. Wow. Not the whole thing, obviously, but that's most of it. It's wonderful. I don't know, how easy it's going to be, but look, it's got opening, and then it's got curvature for the back wall, a little bit of a nook so you can hide in it as you're coming up and down this ramp, and everything. That is a find. That's a great find. Anyway, so what did we talk about? Okay, so it's a brief conversation. It's actually not very long. I actually posted it into my Discord recently whenever I found it again, because I had lost it, because I bookmarked a lot of tweets, but I didn't bookmark that one, and it was dumb of me to not bookmark it. Okay, whatever I just moved, I was inside of it, and it needs to move back. Shoot. I think it was rotated whenever I grabbed it. I think it bugged out and rotated. Yeah, because that looks like where it was supposed to be. Okay. So anyway, yeah, so what we talked about was basically, he had tweeted out some old screenshots of Waterworks. And I hadn't fully decided which map I was going to remake first. I was still debating whether or not it's going to be Sidewinder, which is my favorite Halo map of all time. And I feel like it really needs some tender love and care because it actually sucks in a lot of ways. It's just, it's that one's like, you know, that one's a one of my favorites because it's, oh, this rock is not part of the cave wall or the cave roof. I'm going to have to find out what that's in. Anyway, so it's probably in the bridge, the blue bridge. Nope, that's bases. It's in tunnel and bridge, blue. Bet it's in here. Or it's in terrain. Yeah, it's in ground terrain. Anyway, I keep on stopping what I'm saying. In the middle of it, so he tweeted out these screenshots of Waterworks that had never been like released before, or maybe they had, but they were kind of rare. People hadn't really seen them before all that much. And I was like, oh man, that's really cool. Waterworks is my favorite map. I'm surprised. Oh, and he talked about how much he didn't like the map. Basically, how he felt like it wasn't a great map. And I was like, man, that's one of my favorite maps. That's literally my favorite map from Halo 2. I'm surprised that you don't like it. What would you say are its failings? I was kind of thinking about remaking it in Infinite. And he was like, oh, well, yeah. And then he explained what he felt like were the problems with it. And I was like, okay. I'm going to fill this in with a rock for this version, for the 1-to-1, and then for the globe version, I'm going to immediately delete that rock and just have this cave here. But anyway, in case you're wondering why I'm putting this in now. So he was like, oh, well, yeah, I was like, so what do you think the problems are? And he took the time out of his day to actually tell me, and I was really happy about that. He informed me that he felt like the direction, he basically felt like the map flow was the problem. There wasn't enough forward momentum, is the way he put it. Immediately, I got what he was talking about immediately, because I remember every single time we play it, someone is always hiding in this bunker and not moving and just like waiting with a shotgun for people to come in and kill him, surprise attack him, you know. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, actually, and now I know what to do for my my version that I make. I'm going to make a 1-to-1. I told him I was going to make a 1-to-1, and then also a sort of like a remake that has all these changes. And so I sent him, I went to GIMP and edited together. This is not great at... Okay, so this thing is like embeds itself into the rock, and that's why I have it ending there. I might make it go all the way across and then only make it embed itself into the rock in the 1-to-1 version. Why is that visible? I think we already saw that last time and I didn't fix it. That should be thinner. Anyway, so basically, I'll fix that in a second. But basically that's supposed to disappear into the rock around here, so I have it just ending because I didn't need it to go any farther. But I think I'm going to stretch it all the way across and make it sort of like a threshold to the cave that forms here. Because this rock, as you can see, stretched out this far, has so few polygons that the transition starts being really dirty looking, like very polygonal, you know. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna use this thing as is. I'm gonna adjust that to be longer, and we are going to and now that if it's a clean transition here, it won't matter as much because the it'll look like the structure is the reason it's clean, you know. And if I do it like this, it'll be like really flat anyway. There we go. So that should be good. And then this will be a nice little cave here. We can delete. Ooh, maybe I don't want to delete that, but just want to change its shape to be a little thinner, so it can be here, but not over there. There we go. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, that's essentially in a nutshell. It is in my Discord, though, if you want to go see the actual conversation and the screenshots I made, because I went to GIMP, I edited together some screenshots, and I sent them to him. And he liked the look of them. He approved. And the one thing he didn't especially wasn't sure about was I want to put a man cannon on the base that launches you up there. And he was like, I don't know about the man cannon. And I was like, okay. Alright, so at least I know that he's not just like telling me he likes it because he wants me to shut up. Because he wants this random fan encounter to end. You know what I mean? I knew that he was being genuine. And he is, and from what I hear, I don't really, you know, haven't really interacted with him a whole lot, but from what I hear, he's really, really genuine and a cool guy. So, of course he didn't mind talking to a fan. about a map that he was kind of, not like he didn't make it, he was sort of in charge of it, sort of, because he was so important at Bungie, but not like the actual creator of the map, you know? Yeah, anyway. Glad Max told you what he wished for Waterworks. Yeah, so there are actually some ideas I have that I didn't tell him about yet, because I hadn't thought of them yet. Like, this area is underutilized. I think that maybe whenever I had the bridge to like the little platform with the teleporter on it, it'll become more used over here. But I don't know for certain, especially, and then if the cave comes down into this area, it will. So maybe I don't need to do this, but I am considering making this a pit with more, like another well, like how this is a well. Put another well here and on the other side, have the bridge right above it over here, and make it so where you can launch people off into it with the repulsor. But another thing about that is I may have to add that after Season 3, because the amount of dynamic, like these are all, excuse me, effects, right? These 400 energy barriers are all effects. And I believe, let me verify, I believe that FX energy, right? Is that what it is? I think it is in here. Beam, energy barrier. They are physics phase. Okay, I think they're always dynamic objects. Yeah. You can't make them dynamic objects because they're always dynamic objects, and you can reference them and turn them on and off because they're effects, and effects are always dynamic objects. So what happens is that dynamic objects take up a lot of the budget, the simulation memory, and the water that's coming is scalable. That's what well, okay, so that's a leak. I'm pretty sure we all knew water was coming soon because Forge Lord talked about it, and we all knew that it would be like relatively quick, or like that's what he was literally working on. And then he said other things were top of mind, but this is what we're working on right now is water. And so being able to put one water down here is going to be way better. What other maps do you plan to forge after Waterworks? I have an original idea that's coming next, and that one's going to be like Aaron helped me out with it basically already. Because as soon as I wanted to thought about it, I was like, I don't know if I can do this because I don't know if there's no sakura trees, right? I wanted this sort of Japanese style tree in it. It's very important. I mean, it could be anything like the I think they named it the Chinese willow or something like, what was it? No, Chinese magnolia, which is a local tree that grows in Louisiana, but it's not natural. It's not like it's not what do you call it, native, because it was bred by an Italian man who decided to make a tree that looked like a sakura tree. Anyway, the point is, let's see, if we can't color it or it has no moving effects on the water itself, then pointless. But not entirely. I mean, it will just it does it not have a ripple effect on the current version? Because if it does, then at least having water will be useful. You know what I mean? Excuse me, getting all having like coughs today, but yeah. Okay, if we can't color it or yeah, invasive species. Well, yeah, exactly. It's a gorgeous tree though. It really is. I mean, the thing is though that magnolias aren't invasive to Louisiana, but the Chinese magnolia is not native because it was bred. It was created by a botanist. So, but anyway, the botanist that created it, right, was like, okay, he wanted something like the sakura tree, and so he bred some magnolias in a certain way and found a way to make them like pink and white and all that kind of stuff, like a sakura. And it's really cool. Anyway, this is completely irrelevant to the question. So the question was, the answer, more like the answer to the question would be that I'm making a cliffside map where I really like. I've thought for a while, what if you made a map that was 100, that was completely vertical, you know? It's all about vertical. That like you take. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's hard to tell if it ripples or not from the still image. Yeah, exactly. The screenshots of the leaks are really hard to tell. But basically, like, if you take a map, right, and they've got the 3-lane structure and all that kind of stuff, or 5-lane, like this is actually 5-lane structure because of the tunnels, and then the middle lane, that row. I accidentally tweeted out and called it a 3-lane structure, and I never corrected myself on the tweet, but I was totally wrong. I said it was like Blood Gulch, and that it was a 3-lane structure map, but it's not. Anyway, so if you take that and you just tilted it, you just made it vertical. You make the entire map, all of the things that you would do horizontal, you do vertical, except for, of course, your shooting galleries. Like you've got to have a gun, you got to be able to have a firefight right here, right? And so you need a little bit of space to move around. So obviously, I'm not going to make you like be doing everything on jumps and stuff. And part of it is going to be a cheeky little thing I'm going to do that I don't know if I've even talked about it yet, but. I keep my reticle not at center, slightly below, because that's how Halo is supposed to be played, in my opinion. And in the settings, you can change it. It almost looks like center right now. Did the settings get reset during an update or something? Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, it might not be centered, but I'm just so used to it, it might just look centered to me. But the point is that that gives you more, you can see more of the ceiling than the ground, and that allows you to, that makes everything feel more epic, like Forerunner structures, like, you know, are bigger and more awe-inspiring. And that's the point of it. It's cinematic. It's purely cinematic, but it does also create a little bit of a special thing, and that is that it means that you won't be looking at the top of your screen as often, which means they can like hide HUD elements up there, like your energy shields, and then give you sound effects for them, and that means that it's not as invasive to the gameplay to have it on your HUD. It clears your vision. In other words, it also means that you're looking closer to the bottom of the screen, so they can put things that they want that are important, like this, like the you know, the motion tracker down there, and be like, we want that to always be in your peripheral, so if we make you look a little bit down, then you're always going to see it. Now, 343 has always hated this and immediately tried to get rid of it in Halo 4. And we're like, yeah, no, it's so much easier to program with the thing in the middle, the reticle in the middle of the screen. And so, you know, it's a little bit lame. It's a lame aspect of what 343 is doing, has been doing with Halo for a long time. Wow, this piece just does the job so much better than the one I just placed. Like in every single possible way. Get rid of that one. Just make this one taller. Every conceivable way, this piece is better at this. Because it's the same piece, I just rotated it differently. I flipped it over. And turned it around. Okay, so basically, yeah. So having the reticle at the bottom, or having the reticle, you know, not centered to the screen, but be a little bit lower, does a phenomenal job at a lot of things, and I think it's the right way to play Halo. Anyway, in this map that I'm making, there's going to be an inadvertent and also somewhat intentional, cheeky little nonsense I plan to do, and that is that message retracted. Why did it retract your message? Can I see it? How do I see that? Let's see. How do I see it? How do I view it? How do I view it? I don't know if I want to let it be visible. I've got go to channel, report, put user in timeout, hide user, use it as a managing operator. There's no. Come on. I want to make a proper 4v4 Cold War map. That would be cool. It's hard to tell if the ripples are not from the still image yet. I don't know why that one was retracted. Oh, you retracted. You deleted it. I thought there was a special. I thought that auto mod. Sorry, my bad. Not to pause the entire stream just to call you out for deleting a message. I literally thought automod had just deleted one of your messages. I was like, why did it do that to you? I need to figure out, I need to get to the bottom of this. But anyway, so the point is that, so the cheeky thing I'm going to do, I keep stopping myself at that point. The cheeky thing that this map is going to do is that it's going to be so vertical. So if you're at the very bottom of that verticality, people like me, I did not hold it down. Anyway, people like me are going to see all the way up to the top of the verticality really well. People who are not like me are going to have the edge of their screen more like that. And I'm actually going to make the height just enough that classic players get a little advantage on that map. People who want to play it right, in my opinion, will get a very slight advantage because they'll be able to not just see the feet of the people running around up there, but their whole body. That's my thought. It's cheeky, I know. It's not. It's bullshit, but I'm doing it anyway. And if you guys play the other way, then you can curse me out for it. I give you permission. Okay, so that's the one I have there. But I am 100% doing that. Just to fuck with people who decide to come in and use the default settings and then go, man, this map is cool, but I can't see anyone up there. They're not going to even know the difference. They're not going to know that that they have a disadvantage, actually. That's the truth of it. They're not even going to know what's happening. Because they're going to be like, oh man, they're even if they love the map and play it all the time, they're not even going to notice it's happening until they actually switch their settings, and that will be it. That will be the only time. Let's see. It's gonna be a little bit of a secret on that map. Let's see. And now I'm curious, now that I've told you. Does anyone else play in the with the default infinite settings that don't have the graphics set up that way, or the reticle set up that way, or is that or does everybody just immediately switch it back to classic Halo just because of all of the obvious benefits of it? Because now I am curious, really curious. I've seen a lot of people who talk about the fact that they did switch. So a lot of people did switch back to the classic. I think I need to make this even taller. But, it would be sort of, I guess, a weird gift to the classic players. But anyway, that's a little cheeky thing I'm gonna do. But anyway, the point is that that map is gonna be designed to be like entirely vertical. That's the idea. See, this area is also a bunch of individual rocks, and I can use the back end of one of these. That's what I did down here. This is the back end of this exact same rock. I didn't know you could change the reticle. Yeah, you can. It's here, I'll just show you. Settings. I'm gonna change that now, right? You got field of view, where is it? Borderless full screen, resolution scale, where is it? All my graphics settings are really weak because I got a bad graphics card. Where is it? Blur, screen, exposure, full screen, speed, sharpening. Well, you could. Did they take it out? Or am I looking in the wrong place? Oh, it might be in gameplay. That might be why. But we're gonna see. Window size, just to make sure I didn't miss something. Limit inactive frame rates. Can in Master Chief Collection 100%. I could have sworn it's in here. Let's see. HUD opacity, text, horizontal margins. Let's see. Vertical display margin, multiplayer, scoreboard control, FPS controller, network statistics. It might have also only been in the let's see. Changing what? Stinky sharpening. Let's see. Chromatic aberration, bloom, parallax. Let's see. Let me make sure it's in here. Because it was in here, I think it was in the flight, but they did take some settings out in the flight. Starting camera type, first person, starting perspective, broadcast, stat board, player switcher, outline opacity, use observer, team names, observer team name, event timeline controls, weapon offset, horizontal offset, set the horizontal offset applied to the weapon model. Yeah, now. Where did it go, actually? I swear it's in here. At least it was. It's in Master Chief Collection for sure. If you're talking about crosshair lowering, then it's not in Infinite or Halo 5. They don't have that in Infinite anymore? They had it in the flight. I changed that in the flight. I could have sworn it's in here. Dear Lord. Are you serious? Is that how far away UI is positioned from the left and right side of the screen? Vertical. That's gonna help. Not gonna help. Multiplayer scoreboard control. Jeez. I really wish they did, and now I feel dumb. Okay, I could have sworn it's in here, and I'm like 90. I'm still like 95% sure it was in the flight, because I swear I set it for this game. I actually streamed my playing of the flight, so I could definitely go back and review. But yeah, the very first time I streamed, I immediately went into the settings and changed everything. So that would definitely tell me right there. But oh my god, inaccessibility maybe? Maybe you're right. Let's see. Visual language, linear navigation mode, UI narration. Let's see, text size, visibility, display size. These are subtitles. Visual, enemy UI color, fireteam marker, outline opacity, reticle outline opacity, HUD opacity, disable visual distractions, set whether background animations should not play within the front end communication. Therefore, they definitely can't make good controls, right? Speech to text, sensory, match history, privacy. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's right. That's for like child accounts and stuff like that. And that's what makes it to where you can't review a lot of videos in theater, because it's just like, yep, nope, there's a child account was in your game, so you can't review that. Speed lines, blur. Okay. Anyway, I don't see it. I think I was wrong. Somehow, either it was never in the flight and I'm remembering wrong, and I'm just thinking back to Master Chief Collection, and I'm getting completely thrown off. Who actually likes aim acceleration? Good question. What are my controls? Movement and aiming. I think I went with some setting right whenever they very first started the game. Someone was like, hey, to make it feel more like classic Halo, set your things to this. Except look acceleration, which I did max out. Oh, I like look acceleration. Messes up muscle memory. I play with aim. If this is what you're talking about, if this is the aim acceleration, it's called look acceleration. But so I think it's the same thing. But it messes up muscle memory. I don't think it does if you've been using the same muscle memory for the entire history of Halo. I've been playing with. I used to play with a 9 on Reach and Halo 3 back in the day, and I think play with a 7 or an 8, but because I assume it's because I got old, or it's because I got rusty, because I stopped playing Versus. I started playing pretty much only campaign for years, and so I got pretty rusty off of that, and I suspect it's because I got rusty. There are a lot of pieces in here that are 100% invisible, doing literally nothing for my entire map except consuming resources. And I'm so glad that I'm going through all of this, because like this piece, not that piece, that's the piece that's actually telling me where I need to be. This piece can just come like this and solve all of this for the roof just like that. Like instant solution. And yet instead I was doing all those other shenanigans. I think it needs to be a little sharper. It's a little too round, but I can do that. There is a way to make it sharper, so just bring it in. Boom. Sharper. And now it is shaped practically the same. Obviously, I need to let me study this side real quick to make sure I didn't mess anything up. Yeah. Make it subtle, and yet good. And then a little bit more subtle on that side. Okay, let's see. Classic Halo used linear aiming. MCC, Halo 5, and Infinite use aim acceleration with no way to disable it. Messes up muscle memory. Okay, so I must be thinking of something else, because you are talking about something else. I never actually knew what any of those options did in Infinite, honestly. Like, I look at them and I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't know what they mean, and I'm just like, because they don't really explain it very well, and I don't. Like I said, I stopped playing like competitive shooters and was playing mostly like campaign mode and things like that. So I completely lost track until Halo Infinite, and then I started doing, started playing, you know, versus again online. Oh, and well, actually, Master Chief Collection. I said Halo. I started back up with Halo Infinite, but that's not true. I started doing Master Chief. I played Master Chief Collection all year leading up to Halo Infinite, and had finally gotten back into like playing the actual like versus mode. But before that, I would just play Halo on the Xbox 360, and I would just, you know, I didn't even get an Xbox One, so because I didn't care about Halo 5. Anyway, you haven't saved in a while. You're right. I think I might have just saved right as you said that, so it's actually kind of funny timing. Because I think I did just save, and if that's the case, then we're good. But you're right. I'm going to save again. That's absolutely true, and I'm glad that that's one of the best things about Streaming Forge. Like one of the absolute most useful things about Streaming Forge. I saw it in Unique's stream as well. It's just people coming in and saying, "Hey, by the way, save the map." And it's just like, if without that, we might forget, and the whole thing might get deleted and wrecked. And I very much appreciate it. Okay, is this piece huge? Okay, it's that one. Once again, all of these pieces could be one of this thing. This is insane how much more efficient this thing is at doing literally everything. Every time I've switched to this piece, I've liked it more. I've liked the outcome a lot more throughout the entire map. You guys have seen. It's every single time. It's like I switch to this piece instead of a flat piece, and it ends up looking way nicer. But yeah, aim acceleration speeds up the rotation the more you hold it versus linear aiming, which is set speed for the entire duration. Okay. I thought that Halo 3 had that, but I could be wrong. I could have sworn that was a thing in Halo 3. But, yeah. But I will definitely concede that. I'm not saying I think you're wrong. I'm saying I must be remembering wrong. Let me rotate this. Give us a little good angle. Let's see, MCC Halo 3 has that. Oh, okay, they added it to MCC? That explains it. Classic Halo 3 doesn't. Oh, geez, they messed with the aiming? Did they have it in, like, Reach, and so they decided to add it to Halo 3 to sort of unify them or something? Okay, we're gonna take a look at this piece. I think I'm grabbing maybe the wrong side, or using it wrong. Like I stretched it in the wrong direction. Okay, I think it needs to be taller, for sure. And that will give me more of a curvature. Did I just make it bigger in all directions, or did it actually get just taller? Because I think I adjusted to do it better. There's this little tiny, this little shape that I need to fill in right now. Is just so specific that I'm struggling finding the exact right spot in this shape. Okay, it's got to be over here. Where's that little notch? Okay, I'm passing it up somewhere. Or maybe it's because I'm too far to the edge. Yeah, I'm too far to one edge. Or something. Let me just bring it in without trying not to hit those stalactites so that I can actually move it around. Okay, here we go. It looks completely flat from inside the base. From inside the build. What is happening? Okay, let's see. I'm not sure if Reach has it. It might be that to unify all of the engines, they might have had to add it as some kind of weird code requirement. Or else they would have to do a whole bunch of work to, like, undo something, you know what I mean? And if that's the case, then I can understand why they made the decision. It's a little unfortunate that that doesn't feel exactly like Halo 3, though. I know which side I'm going to use. This is the problem. It's because there's a better side. This side. This side will make a very nice like transitional crevice because it actually divots in and back out again on the other side in a very nice way. Here we go. And now we have it. Basically like that. We can make a few more adjustments and it'll look even better. If Halo Reach had it, yeah, basically that means probably Halo 4 had it. And if Halo 4 and Halo Reach had it, they might have just added it to Halo 3 because it made it simpler to unify all the engines into one or something. But yeah, rather than just keep aim acceleration off, but have it as a toggle to turn it on for your video, for you weirdos that like it. I thought that it was aim acceleration that I did. Actually, if I have aim acceleration to max, that means it accelerates instantaneously, which puts it as close to probably puts it as close to classic Halo 3 as is possible. I would imagine that was why the setting told me they told me to do that. I was thinking of turn speed. You know, Halo 3 had something that was, what was it? Aim. What was it? Gosh, I don't remember what it's called. Let me see. Let me go in here and check. Controller. Just turn speed. The sensitivity. Oh, okay, yeah, that's it right there. Look, sensitivity 8, and vertical also 8. So that was what I was thinking of. I thought acceleration was that. Apparently, I just had to look like one setting down, and it would have all cleared up for me. But and I would have been able to tell you the right thing instead of saying the wrong thing. But yeah, what's going on down here? Apparently, I've made a little divot here. Man, these actually are not looking that great close up whenever they're this big. These lower transitions that I had over here looked better, but the dark areas specifically, like these are good. But this dark area here, I think maybe this piece got too big because this dark area looks really wonky under this lighting. Let me go take a look at how big it is, to be honest. It is absolutely enormous, and that would explain it. I need to bring this thing down. Does not need to be this big.
Trying to make up Foxy's my daughter. It's okay.
She's trying. Oh man, that's no good. I did not hear what she said. But she ran off.
She's not gonna play with me.
Can you tell her to be nice and to play? Nope, not in my cup. Don't put things in my cup. Did you just punch me? Did you see that? My son's trying to abuse me. That's no good. Don't hit, buddy.
But she said only
Whenever the lighting bakes properly, it'll be better.
she's Freya.
She's saying what? Don't say Freya. I'm Daddy.
No, Freya was yelling.
Okay, Freya was yelling. Oh,
Freya was stressing.
one moment. I'm gonna mute the mic so I can shout to the other room without blaring out y'all's speakers. Okay, back. I'll call the police. Thank you. He's so abusive. He's beating me up. It's so cruel. So if you ain't used to a faster sensitivity than what you use, then it will feel inconsistent. Oh, okay. Let me reread that. Rather than just keep aim acceleration off, have it toggle on. Yes, I saw that. It will speed up to your max sense. The longer you hold it, the sensitivity will go even faster than your maximum. So if you aren't used to a faster sensitivity than what you use, then it will feel inconsistent. Interesting. So basically you're saying that that in a way there's no cap to the speed because of the way that the sensitivity, because of the way that it works. Is this an accurate summary of what you're saying, buddy? You can't throw paper all over my desk.
I'm trying to make that Lily and my doll.
The doll? Well, just let that be the case for this game, so y'all can mix the game.
No, I don't want Lily to be my doll.
Okay, well you gotta pick another thing to do then, please. Maybe y'all can watch a TV show or something until I'm done with the stream. Which I'm probably about to be done, so. Since you guys all woke up and aren't letting me stream anymore. This is what it would be like if I continued to stream after they all woke up. Essentially. Is all day. If not that, then I'll be turning to help them with their school. You'd hear their teachers and their recordings talking in the background. Yeah.
Even though I said a please.
Gotcha. Even though you said please. Let's see. So if you use, say, 2 sensitivity, it will gradually go to 3, then 4, then 5. Longer you hold the stick left or right. Ah. So I guess because I'm already at 8, I'm not even noticing that. But for most people, because 8 is an insane sensitivity to set it to in the first place, and I just have been used to it since I was, gosh. Did I set it to that when I was Okay, Halo 2. I got Halo 3 in 2013 when I was 13. Halo 2. Well, I got it for my sister, actually. Halo 2 came out in 2004, right after that. And I probably set my sensitivity like that after we got Halo 2. So possibly since 2004. I've been using the sensitivity setting. And it just looks so much nicer every time I use this rock. She's still talking. Please stop leaving the room. Why are y'all crying? Okay, I might need to go solve this. They are my Freya, my older daughter is now crying and about it, and I think that there's something. I think they're having a full-blown sibling spat, and I might need to go solve this. So the stream may be done for the day. But yeah. But at least Aaron got to finish talking about how this works, because I was glad to hear that description before the end of the stream. Okay, so we've gotten... Jeez, we're still at Simulation Memory 96. I'm surprised. We deleted, gotta be 30 objects. I must have been right at the cusp of it. Or that's part of how it was broken, was that it was reading 96 forever, but it was actually hitting... Yeah, if it was just reading 96 forever and hitting 100, then we might be bringing down... Thank God I'm an only child. Yeah, so I come from 5 of us, and then my wife comes from 5 of us, and then we have 4 kids. So, yeah. The benefit is you can have a lot of fun whenever you're not having fights. So, there are trade-offs. Don't get me wrong. I know you're just joking, but yes. So basically, yeah, it might be that it's going beyond. It's actually at 100, but it might be that area. It might be saying 96 for a lot longer than it's supposed to be. Like it's hitting this buffer and just keeps going. So we might have to get it down from 100% to 96% before it'll actually start going down to 95%. I thought it would go down to 95% and still just be misreading how many objects are there. But from what I understand, deleting the script brains that cause the problem doesn't solve the problem. So it makes sense that it would be permanent to the map, which means I don't know. Anyway, whatever. The point is, we've deleted 30 objects today, and at least, if not getting closer to 50 at this point. And that means that I can off stream immediately start placing these. I can copy and paste all of these pieces we just placed to the other side of the map. That's cool. Well, your streams aren't getting sponsored by Durex anytime soon. Yeah, that's true. Or no, actually, they might. They'd be like, at the end of the stream every day, the kids come in and interrupt it and into the stream early. Durex would love that. Imagine Durex commercial coming on as soon as I hit go off stream and it just ends with a Durex commercial. That would be hilarious, actually. Man, that would just be, yeah, that would be gold. Anyway, the funny thing, but yeah, no, I support larger families, so I think that my opinion would change. It would be a difference between my opinion versus what you would see yourself. And Durex would probably be like, yeah, no, you'll see that there's a problem with it, but then yourself, but then with having lots of kids, but then my opinion will then be disagreeing with them, essentially. So it would actually be kind of funny, I think. This looks really wet. Like, really wet, and I love that. Because the water's dripping in this cave, and since you can't turn off the rain effect whenever you come in here... Anyway, I just thought that's really cool. I just think that's cool. That's a clipping issue. Are these two different objects? Anyway, yes they are. That is a waste. This is a separate object from that, instead of just stretching it through the two. Anyway, my mom came from 6 or 7 siblings, and my dad came from 2 other siblings. Nice. Oh, by the way, I guess I technically have I have 2 step siblings because my dad and mother divorced. My dad remarried, and she had, and my stepmom already had 2 kids. So yeah, technically I'm one of 7 in a way, but I wasn't raised with them. That was already like 17, 18 by the time they got married. I think it was 17. Always best when wet. Yes, exactly. So it looks really nice and wet, and that's going to be great because the water's going to be dripping out of it, and it's going to look like it, yeah. Need to fix that. Oh no, she called you a meanie. I can't believe she called her a meanie. Anyway, I gotta get going. And take care of my kids. And all of that jazz. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. And, yeah. Well, Duquesne, in honor of Duquesne, forge a new Halo, like you said earlier. Yeah, let's forge a new Halo. But, point is, yeah, I'll catch you guys